Let me tell you about Kevin. On a Thursday afternoon, Kevin got a raise. A real one. The kind that finally felt like the reward for all those late nights. And by the very next Thursday, exactly 1 week later, you could see that raise from the street. There was a new SUV in the driveway, dealer plates still on it. He'd moved into a bigger apartment with a kitchen island he has never once cooked on. And there was a watch on his wrist, heavy and expensive, the kind that announces itself before he does. Now, fast forward 6 months. Kevin is sitting at his kitchen table, staring at his checking account. And the balance? It's the exact same depressing number it was before the raise ever happened. He's just as broke as he was a year ago. The only thing that changed is that his financial anxiety now has nicer wallpaper. Here's the uncomfortable truth Kevin's story points to, and it's the whole idea behind this video. The lifestyle upgrades that are highly visible to other people are almost always the ones that keep you broke. And the upgrades that genuinely change your life, the ones that let you sleep at night, are almost completely invisible. Nobody can see them. Nobody claps for them. And that is exactly why they work. There's a psychological reason this happens, and it has a name: hedonic adaptation. It means we adjust. That shiny new car feels incredible for about 3 weeks, and then it's just the thing you drive to work. The bigger apartment feels amazing until it simply becomes normal, until you stop noticing the extra square footage entirely. We adapt to the good stuff shockingly fast, but here's the part that should stop you cold. We never adapt to the bad stuff. You do not get used to chronic back pain. You never make peace with lying awake at 2 a.m. doing math about money you don't have. That discomfort doesn't fade into the background the way a new car does. So if adaptation eats your excitement over visible luxuries but leaves your pain fully intact, then the smart move is obvious. Spend on removing the pain. Ignore the applause. Let me walk you through the 10 invisible upgrades that actually do that. Number 1 is your sleep, and specifically your mattress. This is the most invisible purchase on earth because nobody visits your house and admires your mattress. But think about the math. Spend $1,000 on a good mattress that lasts 10 years, and that comes out to about 27 cents a night. 27 cents for something you spend a third of your entire life lying on? And here's the trap with going cheap. A bad mattress usually costs you the same in the long run because you replace it more often. Except while you own it, it's quietly draining your focus, your mood, and your health. Sleeping under 6 hours a night is linked to a 13% higher risk of early death. You would never buy a car that shaved years off your life to save a few $100. The mattress is the same decision, just quieter. Number 2 is where you park your cash. And this one is almost free money that people leave on the table out of pure laziness. A traditional big bank pays you an insulting interest rate on your savings, somewhere around 0.3%. A high-yield savings account pays you roughly 4% for the exact same dollars sitting in the exact same kind of federally insured account. Watch what that does. $20,000 in a traditional bank earns you about $60 a year. That same $20,000 in a high-yield account earns you over $800. Same money, same safety, and the only difference is a 10-minute setup that most people just never get around to. That's it. 10 minutes for hundreds of dollars a year, every year. Number 3 might be the single highest guaranteed return available to any human being on the planet. And I mean that literally. If your employer offers a 401k match and you're not taking it, you are walking past free money. A dollar-for-dollar match is an instant 100% return on your money before the market even moves a single point. Where else does that exist? Nowhere. And people skip it, not because they did the math and decided against it, but because the paperwork was annoying and the login was a hassle. That annoyance can quietly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in compounded growth over a full career. Now, let me pause here, because it's worth naming the opposite of everything we just talked about, the anti-upgrade. The single worst visible financial trap out there is financing a brand new car. The average new car payment has climbed to around $770 a month, and the moment you drive it off the lot, it starts losing value fast. It is the purest example of paying a premium so that strangers at a red light think you're doing well. You feel the raise the way Kevin felt his. It just doesn't survive contact with your bank account. Number 4 is buying back your time, and the research here is surprisingly clear. Studies show that people who spend money to outsource the chores they dread, cleaning, grocery runs, that kind of thing, end up measurably happier. Here's the rule of thumb. Figure out your hourly take-home pay. If you can pay someone less than that number to handle a task you hate, and you actually use the freed up time to rest, to work on something that matters, or to be with the people you love, then that's a genuinely profitable trade. The catch is in that second half. If you outsource your Saturday chores and then spend the time scrolling on the couch, you didn't buy time, you just spent money. Use the hours, and it pays. Number 5 is protecting the goose that lays every golden egg, and that goose is your income. Here's something strange about how we behave. People will happily pay to insure their smartphone, an $800 object, but they won't insure their ability to earn income over the next 30 years, which is worth well over $1 million. Roughly 1 in 4 of today's young adults will face a disability serious enough to interrupt their earning before they retire. Long-term disability insurance often costs just 1 to 3% of your salary. Cheap term life insurance, if someone depends on you, costs even less. Nobody will ever compliment you on your disability policy. It just sits there, silently, being the reason a bad year doesn't become a ruined decade. Number 6 is your body, treated like the infrastructure it actually is. If you sit at a desk all day, a good ergonomic chair isn't a luxury, it's load-bearing. A $400 chair spread over 10 years costs less than a couple of physical therapy sessions you'll otherwise be booking for your back. And the same logic runs through all the boring maintenance we skip. The eye exam, the dentist, the annual checkup, none of it is exciting. All of it exists to catch a small, cheap problem before it compounds into a large, painful, wildly expensive one. You maintain your car so the engine doesn't blow up on the highway. Your body deserves at least that. Number 7 is a tax loophole hiding in plain sight, and it's called the Health Savings Account, or HSA. This one is special because it's triple tax advantaged, which basically never happens. The money goes in tax-free, it grows and gets invested tax-free, and when you pull it out for medical costs, that's tax-free too. 3 layers, no tax at any of them. The elite move is counterintuitive. Pay your small medical bills out of pocket today, leave the HSA money invested, and let it compound for decades. Then, years later in retirement, reimburse yourself for all those old expenses, completely tax-free. It quietly becomes one of the best retirement accounts you have, disguised as a health account. Number 8 is a 3-digit number that follows you your entire life, and it comes with an enormous price tag, your credit score. People treat it like an abstract grade, but it's nothing of the sort. Take a typical $300,000 mortgage. The gap between an average credit score and an excellent one can mean paying an extra $56,000 in interest over the life of that loan. $56,000. That's a luxury car's worth of money, handed to a bank purely because of a number you could have quietly improved for free. Paying bills on time and keeping your balances low doesn't cost a single dollar, and it saves you a fortune. Number 9 is about the things you touch every single day, and it runs on an old idea, sometimes called the boots theory. The idea is simple. Being cheap is often more expensive over time. If you keep buying the low-quality version that breaks and needs replacing, you can easily spend more than the person who bought the good one once. So invest in the stuff you use constantly. The shoes on your feet, the knife in your kitchen, the bag you carry everywhere. Here's the crucial guardrail, though. This rule is about cost per use, not permission to overspend. It does not apply to fast-depreciating gadgets or a hobby you'll abandon in 2 months. A knife you use daily for a decade? Yes. The newest phone every single year? No. Number 10 is the one that ties all the others together, and it's your defaults. Willpower is a terrible long-term strategy because willpower runs out, usually right when you're tired and stressed and most likely to spend. So the real trick is to take the decision out of your hands entirely. Automate a transfer into an emergency fund until it holds 3 to 6 months of expenses. Put your bills on autopay so a forgotten due date never dents that credit score we just talked about. Set your retirement contributions to increase by 1% automatically every year so you save more without ever feeling it. And once a year, audit your subscriptions and kill the ghost charges you forgot you were even paying. Good defaults mean you get wealthier while you sleep without spending a drop of daily discipline. So why does any of this feel so hard when the math is this obvious? Let me leave you with one last idea: the Diderot effect. It's named after a philosopher who was given one beautiful, elegant robe. Suddenly, next to that gorgeous robe, everything else in his study looked shabby. So he replaced his chair. Then his desk. Then the art on the walls. One nice thing triggered a cascade of spending he never planned, until he was, in his own words, poorer for it. That is the entire modern economy pointed at you. Every ad, every feed, every glossy launch is engineered to make you upgrade your image so that one purchase drags 10 more behind it. But real wealth doesn't work that way, and it never shows up in a driveway. Real wealth is the calm you feel when an emergency hits and you're fine. It's a body that doesn't hurt. It's money quietly compounding in the background, doing its patient work, while everyone else goes broke trying to look rich. Kevin bought the version everyone could see. You get to build the version that actually holds. If any one of these 10 made you rethink where your next dollar goes, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, because this is the kind of quiet, boring, life-changing money talk we do here every week. Give this video a like so it reaches someone else who needs to hear it. And leave me a comment with this: which of the 10 are you fixing first? I read them, and I'll see you in the next one.